Hello and welcome back to what will be episode 9 of Hearts of Iron 4, Nationalist China. And things are going okay, not too bad really. If we look at Japanese casualties here, they've suffered around 467,000 casualties since the war began. And we've suffered 246, us and our allies together. So they are suffering much heavier casualties. And we do have a lot more manpower. We're desperately trying to hold this front here. Several Japanese naval invasions have been repelled. They tried to push around here and outflank the fortified line, which they nearly did. They still might do, but we're having some success here. We've cut off 3 infantry divisions here, and we're going to go on the offensive here to try and push the Japanese back to the Yellow River, which they've managed to cross at this point. So let's let the clock tick over. We're working towards getting better small arms technology. What are we currently researching? I didn't even look at that last time. Yeah, large front operations, basic machine tools, and improved infantry equipment. And once we hit 100 army experience, we can work our way towards getting rid of that army corruption, which is, at the minute, just completely crippling us. And we'll get a massive defensive bonus, if you like, once we do that. Right, so we need to close this pocket up. We are going on the offensive here, good. And once that is done, once these 3 infantry divisions, which are out of supply... Okay, we've got another invasion incoming. Okay, they're trying to take this port here. We have 2 divisions here defending that. That's good. I don't think they'll be able to take it, to be honest. Let's just chuck one more infantry division in there just to be sure. Let's unassign it and reassign it to defend this port. We've got some defences there, coastal fort. Yep, okay, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Let's destroy these 3 divisions here. That'll be thousands of men gone as well. I'm assuming there's at least 6,000 men in each Japanese infantry division. I don't think we're at... Oh god, they've landed 7 divisions here. I really don't want to take divisions off this front. That's what they want us to do at the end of the day. Okay, let's gather some divisions here. Send them north. Okay, so let's create a new army. God damn it. Such a pain. This is going to be the reserve army too. Our current reserve is fighting for its life. Let's assign a commander. Yep, you'll do. Let's give you a front. Let's assign you to that. Now let's find you some divisions that aren't doing much. And put you in the reserve. They need to stay there. Look, they're getting outflanked by these 7 divisions. This is a cunning plan on the part of the Japanese. These Soviet divisions we have no control over. We're spread so thinly along the coast here. Look, here's another port which is undefended. This is very, very bad. There's only a few. I mean, we could probably take some divisions from the 2nd Army. Or rather the 1st Army. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unassign. Reassign. And hopefully, please God, push this naval invasion back into the sea. The sooner we cut off this pocket and destroy this pocket, the better. But this is the main threat here. If they can get behind this line, our whole line will collapse. Let's give him a defensive bonus. Last stand. Defense 20%. Force attack. Okay, so the attack coming from the sea has been stopped. We just now need to stop these 7 divisions coming in from the land. They will be out of supply though. Let's give him an offensive line and tell him to go on the offensive as soon as he gets there. It's going to cost a lot in manpower. It's going to take heavy casualties, but we need to be aggressive here. Okay, how are we doing over here? Good, this pocket has collapsed completely now. We need to push the Japanese back to the Yellow River. Let's give them an offensive line there. Just go on the offensive, let's go. Make the most of that forced attack bonus. Let's zoom out a bit here, there's a lot going on. Ah, the front is holding just. We're building more fortifications here on the west. I like the way you zoom out and the gunshots sound further away, muffled. Okay, good. We've pushed them back to the Yellow River. Let's edit this full black line now then. Let's build some fortifications here. Give them priority. Edit that fallback line. Look at that. Just make sure they're all correctly assigned to that. Now technically we could bring our reserve back in if we need to. Should I bring the reserve back into the centre? The Japanese are on the offensive again here, but they're not doing very well. Now we've repelled this attack on our left flank, we could pull the reserve back into the centre just to help repel any naval invasions. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's delete this front here for them. And let's reassign them. Give them a new one. Strategically deploy them to the coast. Hopefully that is not a military blunder of epic proportions. So there they go. Okay, we're another undersigned division here. Let's assign that. Strategically redeploy that one. Didn't mean to do that. That's right. Okay, things are not going great here, but I think we're going to get the upper hand eventually because the Japanese are going to be out of supply soon enough. Let's just check the rest of the coast here. Worst nightmare, there's going to be an invasion down here. I'm not going to see it. Okay, basic machine tools is finished. Industry, factory output. 105 days for machine tools again. Let's get this research bonus because it is 1938 now. Let's do that. So successive invasions. Okay, we're starting to get the upper hand now. I'm pushing them back into the sea for the third time, the third naval invasion. The line has been stabilised. I don't want to spread these armies too thin though. Hopefully the communist Chinese troops can hold the Japanese along this line. They're fighting for their life in here. They're actually holding out against the Japanese here as well. Alright, let's give them an offensive into this territory as well. And wait till they're in position. It's still lacking that steel, but what exactly are we using it for? I mean, we're using it for infantry equipment production. It's just for the production of artillery. Let's move that up there. So the artillery gets the steel and not the convoys, because at the minute we've got plenty of convoys. I think 75 convoys, but we're not using any. So dangerous naval invasion. I take it it's this one it's talking about. There's not a new one. Okay, once the first reserve army gets here, let's change their emblem to a shield for reserve. Once the first reserve army gets here, I reckon we can crush this. And hopefully this left flank is going to hold. Let's have a quick look at casualties then. It's over 600,000 now. We're barely half that. Can we enact that decision? Army reform too. Let's get that. This is going to give us plus 17% attack and defense and 10% mobilization speed when it kicks in. It's going to take 90 days. But our troops are going to get a massive boost as we fight this corruption. Infantry equipment, improved infantry equipment is done. Can we get this? This is going to take 224 days, but 1.4 years ahead. So this is why we need that bonus. This is only half a year ahead, 224. I think improved infantry equipment. If we can get ahead of the Japanese in terms of infantry equipment technology, we're going to have a big advantage. I'm going to do that and just take the hit. National focus wise, construction engineering. What are our relations with France like? Because then we may be able to get a bonus to that. So let's have a look at France. Where are we, France? Yeah. So we should be able to change this now and get, where is it? Small arms expertise. Let's do that. And once that kicks in, we should get a research bonus to the next level of infantry equipment, getting us even more ahead. When you're ahead, get more ahead. Okay, the battles are going more favourably here. Shaanxi has capitulated. This is not good. Okay, so Yang Shijian has announced that the Shaanxi nation can no longer withstand pressure from the occupying Japanese forces. Committing travesties throughout the country, the Shaanxi government has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated. Japan is now in control of their home area. Though the war against Japan and the rest of the greater East Asian coastal prosperity theory continues, this is an unfortunate setback for all of the Chinese United Front. Yes, it is. What difference has that made to us? Not really much. They're now just attacking into what is communist China. Okay, that's good. I was afraid it was going to make a massive hole in the line, but it hasn't. Okay, let's push this Japanese invasion back. Okay, attacks here are not going well. That's because they're travelling by road and they're getting attacked. Why are they going that way? That's insane. What was he even thinking, strategically deploying them along the Japanese front? It's insane. Okay, there's again a build-up of Japanese troops here on the left. We've got 3 divisions here. Really need to hold this. Okay, right, yeah. Rather than this being a fullback line now, we can just make this a front line, because that's what it is. It's the front line now. Right, let's see if I can edit. Some of this stuff I may do off camera, but let's have a look. So let's give them down to here. And yourself. We can overlap these lines. It's a very narrow front for them. I think they're automatically assigned, but I'll do it anyway. Okay. This is the front line now. Good. The Japanese invasion has been repelled. Let's move our reserve back into the centre here. And we have a second reserve as well. So let's move this first reserve over to the west in case we need to counter here again. And they can stay on the coast. Let's have a look at casualties. 600, nearly 700,000 for the Japs. 300,000 for us. Our manpower, our manpower has hardly been dented. We still have 2.4 million men. We have decisions, but we just need to concentrate on army reform at the minute. We're getting loads of experience. So by the time this army reform decision kicks in, we should be able to select it again. Shaanxi click want to send 4 divisions, except where are they? Here they are. Let's attach them to the 2nd Reserve Army. Move them north. Okay, all is good. All is good. The front is stabilised. Japanese are suffering heavy casualties. We're holding this line along here. We need to continue to build fortifications. We're linking up here with Communist Chinese fortifications as well. That's good. See, I don't know if a province is in combat whether any construction can take place. I may be wasting my time here. I'd like to think that combat engineers can build in combat because that's their job. Come on, right, the decision to reduce army corruption needs to hurry up and kick in. It's still got like 2 months. Okay, dangerous. The naval invasion is further south. Oh man. Right, let's quickly send this reserve army south then. This is coming in at Shanghai where historically the Japanese invaded. Send the reserve army down there, strategic redeployment. We'll keep the 2nd Reserve Army up here just in case they're needed. Hopefully the 22 divisions from the 1st Reserve Army will be enough to hold Shanghai or hold this naval invasion. Okay. Okay, the Japanese have taken Shanghai. This is bad. We need to take that back immediately. Them to this front. Bring the 2nd Reserve Army back as well to hold this landing force here. Okay, so historically the Japanese invaded, took Shanghai, fought their way into Nanking and carried out a massacre. Wow, these divisions are moving down quickly. This is good. We really need to take Shanghai back now. If the Japanese were smart, they'd carry out several naval invasions at the same time. Perhaps they don't have the capacity to do that. But the fall of Shanghai is a blow. We need to take that back as soon as possible. Okay, so let's put in an offensive line here. And an offensive line here as well. Come on, boys, we can do this. We don't want them to take another deep water port here. That would be a complete disaster. Wow, I think we're getting bombarded. What's going on here? Is this our fleet that's being attacked? Now this is another Chinese fleet. They sent out their tiny fleet to... I mean, what do the Japanese have here? An unknown amount of ships. Yeah, good luck fighting the Imperial Navy. Our fleet was in Shanghai, so I guess they've been forced to put to sea and they're actually getting massacred by the Japanese now. It's not good. Okay, right, these divisions are in position, so can we attack? It's deemed to be risky. Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to take some risks. So let's go on the offensive. Can we give you a boost? Force that attack. We've only got one division here, so we should be able to force this attack, and then I can throw the second reserve army into retaking Shanghai. So yeah, do that. Don't have enough command power to boost that one though. But things are going well, taking Shanghai. There's 2 divisions in Shanghai that we know of. Okay, we've pushed that pocket out. Let's join the second reserve army on this front as well. Let's just send them all in there. Yes. Yes. I don't know what's going on here, but it's crazy. Please take Shanghai back. What's going on here on the front? Okay, the front's pretty stable. The Japanese are on the offensive in a few places, but not really making any ground. We're holding the Yellow River. We've actually advanced here. I don't want this division to get cut off though. It's one of the coastal defence armies, isn't it? Let's just unassign it and order it to pull back to this deep water port. There's no one here. Why there's no one there? You should be there. Good. Okay, right. I believe we've retaken Shanghai. Let's move the reserve army back north again. Second reserve army, just stay in Shanghai for the minute. Naval invasion. Is there another one further south? Is that what it's telling me? Okay, let's send the reserve army further south then. I think we need to unassign some divisions from these reserve armies and get them just defending ports. There are too many ports that are just left undefended. Like here. And where are you going? To there. So you go here. And another undefended port here. Right, unassigned. Really need to hold these ports with unassigned divisions. Their only job is to hold the ports. Right, apparently there's a naval invasion here, but we've got no intelligence on what's going on. Okay, naval combat here. Chinese have lost one destroyer. Okay, hopefully. It's like, why is this port undefended? Where are you going? Why are you going there? Let's unassign you. Stay there. you go there. You go there. This army is just ceases to exist now. The coastal army, because he seems incapable of defending ports. Perhaps I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, let's unassign this. Okay, so that army ceases to exist. We just need one division in all of our ports. It's not hard. Let's send one to Shanghai. 4th International. Laying down the groundwork for what is known as the 4th International calls for formation and existed for years as supporters of Trotsky. Stalin responded with the growing support Trotsky on board by ordering. Hopefully Trotsky will be assassinated then. From Stalin's point of view, of course. Okay, where is this naval invasion that's supposed to be happening? Around here somewhere, apparently. I see nothing. This port is safe. I need another unassigned division to go in there. Right, these two are on their way to these two ports, correct? Right, you go there. You go there. Need someone here. That's you. Okay, reserve army then. Move back north. Hold this line at all costs. Okay, well on our way to getting rid of army corruption completely, which will give us a massive defensive boost. The Japanese are now on 786,000 casualties, and we're still just creeping above 300,000. This is good. We have a lot more fielded manpower than them as well. 16% in favour of the defenders, which is us. I think we're the defenders anyway. Or did we declare war on Japan? I can't. I don't know which way it worked out. Anyway, there you go. So this front is holding. I don't know how, but against the odds. We're inflicting huge losses on the Japanese. We've repelled yet another Japanese naval invasion. Shanghai was taken, but was quickly retaken. And we're spreading out an army along the coast here to make sure none of these ports fall again. We've got a huge reserve now, which we can use to plug holes in the line, as we did here on the left-hand flank. It's all go. I hope you enjoyed. Click like, and I'll see you next time.